So we are actually two teams who use MoEngage a lot. One is our marketing team, and one is our customer success or the growth team. The reason we use it in hand to hand is that we kind of take, the marketing works with the customer growth team, retain our North Star, which we focus as our MAUs, which is our monthly active users.
MyStar is basically an on-demand car technology company. We do all kind of car service, starting from car wash to car registration renewal, car detailing, all kind of car services. What we primarily cater to in this market.
Yeah, so with customer engagement, the idea is in UAE, one of the biggest assets what most people own is actually a car, more than a house. And most people, since it's a very big asset for them, they really would appreciate it if there is a face to any kind of service or care what is provided for their car. For example, if people are approaching a dealership or approaching a garage, they would always love it if there is a level of customer service provided for their car. And that's the reason why we are very active, and we really promote this kind of customer centric method.
So MoEngage, we use three main channels, which is email we use SMS, and we use push notifications. These are three main channels which we use MoEngage to send our communications to the customers. Email campaigns we started running with MoEngage, we were around, our open rates are somewhere between 10 to 12%. So that is when we came up with something called creative emailers. In this market, what happens is every company is pushing out a lot of emails, which is basically discount emails, like get 10%, get 20%, which is organically dropping the open rates of all the companies. So that is where we kind of played it differently. We kind of started something called creative emailers, which basically we send emails like, what are the documents required to renew your license. So awareness kind of emails we used to start sending, and after a point of time we started seeing the open rates increased from around 12% to 40 to 43%. So rather than sending out more of an promotional emails, we used to send out awareness emails, which indirectly increased our open rates. Something we had this self training with MoEngage. I think it was almost a year back, 2022 November, December time we had this. So that time we were introduced to this dissonance campaign. You guys were training on terms of dissonance campaign. People who have discovered MySara, people who have downloaded MySara but not activated. So we started running different kind of campaigns, retargeting them in different places, trying to activate them. If they are not activating at one point, retargeting them at some other point and giving them a more discounted price, tracking customers in different levels to get them activated. So dissonance campaigns was one of a huge hits in MySara. Like we've seen our app opens increased, and our user activation increased around 20%.
One thing which we've seen from flows, and why it benefits us in many ways. One of those flows which work brilliantly for us, more than the generic abandoned cart, was converting our super active users for wash. We noticed with the flow we could convert them to a new product when we launched, which was the monthly wash, and that was one place where we saw, say, I think a 10% CTR on those flows, and a higher rate of conversion from our super users to a transacting wash subscription user. Notice that before, the drop down for people transacting was usually around the second week, and by the first month it's usually like a very low transacting percentage. But we start seeing with our flows that percentage went from, say, around 2% transaction by the end of the month to around 11 or 12% retention for those users each month. And that was going on for, say, 5 months, 6 months, at that level. And for service, it was even going on for, say, 1.5 years actually. So that's the biggest change we saw. And that from that 2% level to now going to almost a 15% level in retention was a big change we saw with our flows.
Before MoEngage, we were using a different platform. We were using them for almost like 1.5 years. One of the major challenge we faced with them was the support. The support team was not there in the region, so we had to go to and fro emails and calls and Zoom calls and all. So one thing which we really liked about MoEngage is you have a team basically here itself, wherein we can reach out to them, we can WhatsApp them, call them, And also we have Himanshu, one guy on call, like any kind of campaign issues or any kind of downtown any kind of issues, we are directly in touch with the support team. And yeah, that is one of the biggest advantage we have felt in terms of using Moengage.